So, hello and good evening and good morning and good afternoon, wherever you're watching this from. And it's what is it? It's my Wisdom Wednesday call. And this evening I am in conversation with Joy Belanger. Did I get that right? Give me the
You
thumbs up.
did. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this evening because I consider Joy to be a very good friend. Um, we met, I'm not sure exactly when, but a few years ago. We were both part of a training in transformative coaching, um, a form of coaching that comes from the approach of the three principles, which we may or may not go into this evening. Who knows where it will take us? But I've invited Joy to come and chat because she's been on fire lately and and has been holding, I think, for the past 6 months, um, sisterhood circles. And again, I hesitate before I talk about them because I know nothing about them. I've never attended, um, but I'm very curious, and I think I probably would like to at some point. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit. Um, what I would like to ask you, Joy, to start with is I've mentioned the three principles slightly about this approach that um, we talk about it as an understanding, as a place we come from in our coaching. Would you just tell us a little bit about how you came across the three principles, um, and where it led?
Absolutely. Now, it's been a 20 plus journey. It was back in the day when they called it health realization, and I really do prefer that term. But a little background on me, at a very early age, I decided that I was going to figure out this life. I was going to figure out, how to live this life because I looked around me and I didn't think anybody really had a clue. And so I would say I was very much a seeker, that I just felt if I read enough books, if I learned enough techniques, if I went to enough trainings and workshops and surrounded myself with higher level thinking, consciousness people, I would figure it out. And it was a time when I was working for Michigan State University Extension, and they had a fall conference and lots of different things happening. And I saw this 9 month seminar that Dick and Bettinger was going to do once a month, or maybe it was twice a month, to learn about what this health realization was all about. And so my training in I've been a health educator and went to school to get certified in, physical education as a teacher, never did anything with it. I went right into adult education. So I was curious, and the joke was to me is that I traveled from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan down to Lansing. It's like a 4 hour drive to learn more about my thoughts.
Okay.
And so somewhere along the line, I realized, wow, I've been looking in the wrong direction. It was like, are you kidding me that I have wisdom? I have innate health and wisdom. So do you. So does everyone. How come I didn't know about this? And so it was enough to really shift my life. And prior to that, I realized I wanted to be, well, I would see adventures, and I've been an adventurer most of my life. But there were certain things that I thought I couldn't do, like a vision quest, and so what I realized, and this was after I've had the training, so we kind of get introduced to it, and then we get caught up with being human and day-to-day
Yeah.
life and our programming and our culture. That's really all about outside in versus inside out. And it occurred to me like, wait a minute. I could do a vision quest. I realized I was being limited by my thinking, which then limits your life. And so
So
that was the
can I ask you, can I just jump in?
sure.
You see, you've been in this world so much longer than me. I don't really know what a vision quest is.
Yeah, it's when it's I would say it's very indigenous, and it's when you're called and there's a significant life change happening. So in my life at that time, my 21-year career was ending due to budget cuts. A 10-year relationship was shifting, and my kids had moved out from Michigan to Portland, Oregon. So significant change was
Yeah.
happening. And that's when I felt the call. And so it consisted of, I was one of 13 people that I didn't know in Southern Colorado. And it was a 10-day experience. The first few days was to learn about doing the solo vision quest, finding our spot, teaming up with another partner that we would communicate daily by putting a rock on a pile that just said, yeah, I'm alive. I'm
Well,
okay. But after that, and then it was 4 nights and breaking the fast on the fifth day. And it was funny too, because I had always thought it was a 3-day thing. And then I'm there and it's like, oh my God, 4 days and I'm breaking it on the fifth day. But yeah, it was enough to, yeah, that's a life-changing thing for sure. And then after that, I realized that my life had opened up with not having my, day-to-day job. And so what unfolded just magically was serendipitous. A woman ended up renting my house for a year. I bought a camper van called a road trek and decided to travel for a year. And I call it my joyride. And
yeah.
it was unscripted because I didn't really have anything planned other than I was getting out of winter in Michigan. And that didn't take a big brain genius to figure that out. So yeah, so it was the most magical year, and some of the things that I attribute to this inside out understanding, and you might have heard it before, but we don't have to figure it out. And so I
No.
proceeded on this year-long journey without needing to figure it out and realizing whatever I needed to know would be revealed in the time that I needed to know. So, there's a freedom component to this, because had I not known the principles, I would have been sitting there at my desk and saying, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I
Yeah.
get lost? What if?
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
I
thanks for
remember. Yeah.
asking.
Yeah, that's a huge, I mean, when you talk about that, that reminds me of how I used to, how I was when I was young, where you just jumped into things with, exuberance and excitement and blind faith that everything would be okay. And then there's like a phase where you grow up, you become responsible,
Yes.
and you do all the figuring out and working out and covering all your bases and options and the what ifs, and you end up doing nothing. And then you're
Yeah,
old.
yeah. Yeah. You end up talking yourself out of it. And
Yeah.
so that's just another thing to be aware of because that's just part of our conditioning. And,
Yeah.
who am I to take off for a year and, not have a plan? Are you kidding? It feels, like irrational,
Yeah.
and there's part of our rational mind, our intellect wants to say, okay, now let's get reasonable here. You traveling by yourself for a year? Now, come on, right? So yeah, just be on the lookout, because the universe, I really do think conspires on our behalf. That's something that I've noticed over the years that, whatever's in my heart seems to have a perfect unfolding whenever that time is right for that to appear. Just like your comment today on the Facebook about, oh, I wonder if she would do a sisterhood circle in the UK. What
Yeah,
we realized before the call that that has been something I've been thinking about.
yeah. And it isn't it as I wrote the post, as I said to you earlier before we started this, it came out of me as I wrote it. And I was like, yeah, I am wondering if that would be something we could set up in the UK.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I had the pleasure of going last year, but not enough time to see all the things that I wanted to see.
So
But yeah,
tell us more about these sisterhood circles for
yeah. To start out, how I felt, and I was just, following the breadcrumbs, if you will, like I kept getting nudged. And I had a mushroom special ceremony in January, was it last year or a year before? And ever since, I really got in touch with this beautiful divine feminine energy. And after that, it was just like, I want to know more about this. And so I happened to see how things happen. And I just happened to come across a 12-week training from a gal in Costa Rica, Tanya. And she's been doing this, for decades. And so I learned a lot from her and ended up actually going to Costa Rica. She had invited a few of us and to learn in person, and that was incredible to experience that. And it's really talking about what women have been doing for centuries. They've gathered around, whether it was their moon time or whether it was sewing circles or laundry, I don't know, but it's in our DNA, it's in our ancestry when you think about how many women have made this life possible for us. And what it really talked to me about is that we've been playing small, most of us, and the idea is to put this divine feminine energy out into the cosmos. So it's creating this sacred circle where women feel safe, heard, seen, and supported. So it's just every time it's rather magical because somebody will have a share that another gal in the circle just so needed to hear,
yeah.
and that's how it kind of unfolds. And the bigger vision, this Dr. Jean Bolin has written several books, and she is known as the pioneer of circle. And she has shared, and we've all bought into it, this vision of having a millionth circles because we don't know how many it's going to take, but it's based on the theory that you might not, well, you might know about the 100th monkey and the tipping point. These are two research experiments, whatever, that has proven that it just takes a small percentage of a population to create a shift in the consciousness.
Okay.
And I couldn't think of a better time
Yeah.
to have that unfold. So when women enter the circle, it's a wonderful place for them to be their true, authentic self and just to be versus doing. And then that energy just, goes out. And, the idea is for more and more women to get the nudge to create a circle or two, to get this feminine energy out
Yeah.
there.
I love that. I love that. I mean, while you were talking, I was thinking when you said about how we do that anyway, how women, we do get together, don't we? We do form kind of groups, probably more
Right.
so I don't know, more so than men. I mean, um, I was actually thinking about the writing course I'm doing at the moment, which is, I think, there's seven of us, all women, and we're writing. We have exercises that we're writing about, but it's bringing out something much more profound than just learning
Yeah.
how to become a better writer, you know, because of what
Yeah.
we're sharing.
Right. When women gather, I think the energy is magnified. And then part of circles, there's rituals and there's movement. And before we even get going, there's certain agreements that we all, hook into just to make it a very safe, secure, sacred container. So one of the famous, well, not famous, but one of the lines I like, there's a invocation that we start out with, and one of the lines is, "I accept you for who you are and for who you are not." Love that. Just really speaks to me, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I like the and who you are not part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's
that
just
really
that
resonates.
accepting what is, right?
Yeah, and
And
not feel
allowing.
that you need to be more than all the time.
Yeah, yeah. So, this journey I've been on, I really have realized there's something. I used to call it manifesting and thinking that, you had to write down affirmations and do some kind of processing.
Mm,
And now it's like I've had it happen so many times, and then I'm surprised, like I feel like the universe has heard my heart. Like just two doors away, I had a friend, and I'm in a duplex, and this gal was moving out. I didn't know her very well. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great to have a friend move in? And guess what? I have a friend that moved in.
really?
There was a series of things. She had posted something on Facebook, and I just happened to catch it as soon as she posted it. And then I directly messaged her because this is such a prime spot that the landlord does not advertise. She doesn't need to,
Yeah,
because they're
yeah,
so well maintained. And so that process just started. And then first of the year, she moved in.
yeah.
One of my
Those
other,
miracles. I mean, they're the things that, and you don't notice them, or I never used to notice those, you know, and see them in that sort of stardusty way, you know, as being something really incredible. Uh,
yeah, yeah. And if I can share a story that you
yeah,
can relate, because I think that's when I first met you in person, was my first trip to Spain. So, Sheila is the organizer, and she did a mass mailing to let people know that Jack Pransky was coming out of
yeah.
retirement. Now, mind you, I've had a crush on Jack Pransky. So I saw that email and there was a heart flutter. This is important to mention because that's the feeling, that's the language that the universe hears. And when I say universe, it's source, it's divine intelligence, infinite intelligence, God, whatever you feel comfortable with. And so that came out, and I just typed, "Oh, this looks so tempting." And I sent it off, never giving it a second thought. And then 6 weeks later, we are in a group called Living Miraculously with Dominic. And it happened to be week 4, I think it is. And it's all about inspired action.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I'm getting a chat. And I thought, who's texting me? I didn't even know that Sheila was in the group because it's like 3 pages of Zooms, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she says, "Are you still interested in coming to this retreat? Because I've been hanging on a ticket for 24 hours, not sure what to do with it. The gal wants, she doesn't want a refund. She wants to gift the retreat
I
to
remember.
someone." And right then and there, I'm feeling the chills again, angel bumps. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to Spain. I knew it right then and there. I would figure it out. So that's one of my favorite stories about,
Yeah.
I kind of call it effortless creation now.
Yeah. There's so many things. I mean, that that retreat with Jack was very special too for me because like many, his book was one of the very first books that turned my world upside down, really, you know. So
Yeah.
to actually go and meet him was incredible. And I had some really huge things, shifts, whatever you want to call them, on that workshop, which took me to Viva then.
And we met in Viva, but
And we
no,
went, yeah,
that,
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
this was,
we were at Jack's and then Viva afterwards. Did you? I think you came to the following one, and we did the hike, didn't we?
yeah, yeah. I don't think this last October, November, that was my first Viva. So I just
Oh, it was
attended,
the hike. The hike was after the workshop. That's right, because we
but I
stayed for
was there because
yeah
I remember us dancing at the little
in
coffee
the little
shop or
cafe. Yeah.
whatever. Well, part two of that story, I had always dreamed about going to Paris. And I thought, after I made my flight arrangements, I got up in the middle of the night or something, and I thought, you can't go all that way and just turn around after 3 days and come back home. I thought, okay, who do I know? And no one in the
Yeah.
UK from our rewilding group was available because it was a school break or vacation and that kind of thing. And I thought, wait a minute, I know Liv in Paris. Why did I contact him? And he responded, oh, perfect timing. I'm just ending a project. I'll show you Paris in whatever amount of days you have. And so, yeah, that was wonderful. Wonderful.
It is magical, isn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah. And we're designed to have a magical life.
Yeah. And that's really what this is about, isn't it? For me, anyway, it's trying to get that message across. I mean, I think you do it beautifully. You were meant to be joy of juicy joy lifestyle. I just love that.
Yeah, that came across at the Costa Rica retreat. A number of the women, we want what you have. And all of a sudden there was a name, Juicy Joy,
Juicy
and now
joy,
Juicy
yeah.
Joy Lifestyle.
Oh, well, what I was going to say is lovely Lorraine, who's been um, very quietly at the bottom because we muted you. Would you like to jump in and join us?
There we go.
There you go.
Wow, what a
Yes.
journey.
Sorry.
I say, what a journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Amazing. Yeah, amazing. It's funny, it's interesting listening to you, Joy, because I mean, even so I'm just still, well, kind of stumbled across the principles, but so I've been understanding it for going deeper with it for about the past year, but that it's that side of what I really like is that I don't know, spiritual side, their desires, and like you say, just seeing how the universe works for you, really, when you let go and you get out of your own way. And I've seen that unfolding more and more. And yeah, it's been really, really nice. Thinking, yeah, just let go and just see where it takes you. Yeah,
Yeah. Isn't that
yeah.
amazing? It
It,
takes us
it
a while to well, we didn't figure it out, but yeah,
yeah. Yeah, because I used to question it at first. I used to think, well, try, I suppose, getting into that analytical mind, and I was like, this is really, you know, because I mean, I don't know whether Sharon's told you, but that's how I came across the principles. I just had a download one night. I just kind of put out the question, what can I do? And this, just coaching came into my head, and I thought I was going mad. I was like, where's that come from? I'd never heard of coaching before. And that's how I stumbled across the principles and came across the first person was George Pransky. Yeah, yeah, and listened to him, and it was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like this kind of,
yeah,
yeah, explains the human experience, existence. But yeah, really that side of it, the desires and that inspirational action and all of that. Definitely, I've started to get more into that as well. And I find it a lot softer as well. Yeah, just more softer as well. Yeah,
I
I like
like
that.
that term, softer.
Yeah, yeah, like the energy of it. It just feels a lot nicer. Yeah, yeah. So just letting to go with it.
Yeah, that's the part of it is that when you see what you just shared, that we can allow whatever's coming through, that life has a new energy. There's a sense of
Yeah,
aliveness and freedom,
yeah,
and the pressure is off, like,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And
it is.
and
It's like
go ahead.
I don't have to be in control of life anymore to see what unfolds. And the more I've done that, it's like, yeah, I have started to see things, and it's like, oh, this is really nice. It's like knowing that you're not doing it on your own.
Oh
It's
yeah, that's
like
lovely.
life has got your back type thing. It's really it's nice.
It really is.
Mm.
Yeah,
When you think about it, this energy behind life that we're talking
yeah,
about, that's living us, that's breathing us, that's
yeah,
digesting our food, that's beating our heart, you
yeah.
know, um, yeah, and it doesn't stop, just because we get born, right?
Mm, mm,
But th this is the energy that nobody has really pointed us to
mm.
until I think Sydney Banks came along and
Yeah,
he had his epiphany.
yeah, yeah. Pretty amazing. Yeah.
It's what I love too though is that when you do talk about it or when you and it's not easy sometimes to talk about, especially to people who haven't heard anything like this before.
Mm,
It we're pointing at something that you can't see. It's
mm,
invisible.
mm, mm,
And it's so, it sounds so different to what we're how we're taught to live, really.
mm,
But in spite of that, often I find people kind of nodding like they know
mm,
you're talking about something that sounds true to people. Do you know what I
mm,
mean? Even if they're not quite sure what you're saying or they can't explain it, there's a knowing about it that we
mm,
already know this. We've
mm.
just forgotten.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. Like it's been with us from day one, and our parents didn't know, our teachers didn't know, and it's part of our own journey for us to discover this, and then
Mm,
to realize that, yeah, the biggest, we're not doing this life alone is so comforting.
mm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
And
hey.
what? Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead, Joy. No.
What I'm most excited about is that we're all unique and
Mm,
yet we have so many things in common, right?
mm,
But what's our unique, our true essence, that's what we're here for. If we listen and if we just really go into the heart versus our intellect. And like you said, Lorraine, you had a question and just you allowed it, it
mm,
came through. And
mm,
that's the biggest thing is just being curious and yet knowing that we're each here for some unique gift that is
mm,
truly ours, that's
mm,
truly on our hearts.
mm,
And it's for us to just allow and
mm,
listen to the nuggets,
mm.
follow the breadcrumbs and
Yeah,
see where it leads.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It's quite amazing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it took me a while to let go, but once I did, it's kind of like I felt like at first that I was like being stood on a cliff and you're holding onto a rope and you're wanting to let go, and I was wanting to let go, and I thought, oh, yeah, just go for it, right? Just let go, and it's been a lot easier, and it's nice, and I can see so many things just kind of unfolding in my life, even with my children as well. It feels as though it's kind of I don't know. It just feels as though it's coming together, and eventually, I mean, I do believe that life is a journey, not a destination. It's like it's almost feels like life is starting to prepare itself, if you like, because it kind of felt a bit heavy a while ago. Because I'm like the one that's kind of that masculine and feminine energy, and there was more masculine energy I felt than feminine energy, but now it's just a lot more feminine energy, and I can even see it with my children as well. They're a lot more relaxed as well. Yeah, it's nice. It's good. Yeah, good.
That's wonderful. You reminded me of one thing about the sisterhood circle with the feminine and the male energy. So we
Mm,
create the structure once the circle opens up, which is the masculine energy. And and we're co-creating the circle together. That's
mm,
what I love. I'm not the sage on the stage. It's everybody sharing their energy, and
mm,
whatever unfolds, we have no idea.
mm,
And but yeah, part of that structure is the male energy of creating it with the agreements, the invocation, and then women's energy, the divine feminine energy,
mm,
has the safety and security to share whatever is present on their heart.
mm, mm,
And so, yeah, thank you for mentioning the male energy.
mm. Yeah, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's nice. A nice feeling.
Yeah. So Joy, what does the next 6 months look like for you? Because I know you've just finished 6 months of these sisterhood circles, haven't you?
I have one next week that,
Okay.
right around the Valentine's Day. It's called Self-Love and the Heart of Well-Being. And so I'm incorporating some of the training that I had over my first joy ride, and it was training of Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. And what's interesting, how I see it differently is that back then it was almost like teaching us self-love. And now I see it as we are already love. It's
Yeah.
about remembering. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
So what a difference a decade can make, right? Uh, so yeah, I'm taking a break. Month of March, I'm heading to a warmer climate, and I'm going to just see what wants to unfold. I have an inkling though. I think it's called a signature circle. And
Okay.
so the last five, six circles, anybody can join. A signature circle is women that want to go deeper, and it's the same women that sign up for the circle. So it's same women meeting over like six times. So
Okay.
yeah, I think that would be an opportunity to yeah go deeper for sure with the
Yeah.
same women.
Sounds wonderful. It really does. It really does. So we'll have
Yeah,
to keep thinking about what we could do over here, maybe.
yeah, yeah. And there's something that's happening. It's kind of in the planning stage to do another worldwide Zoom call, men and women, creating a circle online to deal with this chaos that we're all experiencing.
Okay.
mm.
So I'll keep you posted on
Yeah,
that,
keep us posted on that. So yeah, yeah.
and
I,
let's keep that
I get a
idea.
feeling we could repeat this and talk to you at length about lots more things.
Oh, great. I'd love that. Well, it's been such an honor. Thank you so much.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I was really looking forward to this to find out a little bit more. Um, and it's just such a nice feeling having us together.
Mm.
I still can't get over how even through a computer, I mean,
I know.
I never even told anyone that, that you're not in the next room, you're quite a few miles away, but that you can have that, that feeling of connection, and it's amazing, isn't it?
Mm.
It really is, and I think that's it's part of that magic. And refer back to, the COVID years, and we were on lockdown, but we were connected worldwide with 38 other people, I think we had in this rewilding group.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
Actually,
amazing.
I sometimes wonder, COVID brought me to the computer, brought me online. I wasn't online at all before, apart from the odd FaceTime call to my daughter, and I'd never, I didn't know what Zoom was or anything pre-COVID. And it's interesting how, when you look back and see how things unfold, as we keep saying, and where it brings when you follow those
Mm.
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad we met.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
And good to meet you, Lorraine. I'd love to
Yeah, lovely to meet
connect with
you,
you.
Joy.
So thank you. Yeah, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Lorraine,
Yeah, you're
for
very welcome.
joining
Thank
us.
you for inviting me.
And once again, thank you, Joy. I think we will definitely get together again and have another chat in a few months' time and see what's occurring
Mm.
as
Yes. And maybe it's an in-person meeting sometime too.
yeah, that would be good. I love those. In real life, that
Real life
in
with the
real life.
Vancouver 3P event.
Yes, I have looked at that. Are you going? You are.
I did buy my ticket.
You've bought your ticket already. Oh gosh, okay.
You're you're next. Tag
I'm
your
next. Okay. Okay.
yes. You know you want to go.
I do want to go, yeah. I definitely do want to go. So, yeah, I need to just get it organized. Yeah.
Or not.
Okay. Well, I'm going to find the off button. Um so I'll say thank you once more, and
Yeah.
to everybody who's watching, or anybody who's watching, or nobody who's watching, whoever, it's lovely to see you, and I'll say goodbye.
Thanks a
Thanks so
lot.
much.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.